Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be all about you. We're going to find out what kind of impression do you leave on people, or like how do your friends and family always remember you by as or by, and what impressions do you leave on others, your first impressions or your last impression, okay? What do they think about you? So we have three piles from the left to right. The first pile is Prehnite. The second pile is Labradorite. And the third pile is Polychrome Palmstone. Pause if you need a little longer. Pick the one which calls your name the most. And I'm going to begin with pile number one. Hello, pile number one. If you chose the Prehnite, this is going to be a reading. So let's see. We have the moon. So you're a very touchy-feely person. You're very deep. You seem very mature. I feel like with the moon energies, you're like a baby me kind of a person. Like, I don't think that you're needy in the sense, but yeah, I do pick up a little bit of neediness, okay? But I see like people like to cater to you. You have that feminine energy to you, receptivity wise, where you know how to receive love, even if you don't think you can. Like, I think that you've been working on that. But this gives me like both genders. Like, you have a very feminine approach towards life, which is not bad, you know? Like, I think that certain people notice this change in you where you used to be very defensive and I don't know, they used to be scared of you. Seven of Wands, again, the moon energy, Cancerian energy. So this is Seven of Swords. So Ten of Pentacles, you look quite rich, somebody that's well-to-do. They also see you as someone, even though you're like touchy-feely and, you know, kind of like baby me kind of a personality, I think that people think that you're not very easy to please. However, they actually like to do that for you. I don't know if it's something like it's like you have a pretty privilege is what I think. You do have pretty privilege, don't lie. um I think I just heard somebody accepting, like, yeah, I do have pretty privilege. It's like I don't play hardball. I am hard to get. So this just like you have this like I don't know, man. Like you're like daddy's little princess kind of a personality, or you give yourself that princess treatment, which is very attractive to other people. Again, this is completely unisexual. This is not at all, confined to one gender. I feel like if you're a man, also women like to do the chase, is what I'm feeling. And your friends see this, like there's somewhere where you're also seen as this person that's, you know, well to do, specifically like something about money. Either you dress up really well, your nails are always done, and you know whatnot. Yeah, I see that happening over here. But it's like how people remember you is someone who knows how to take care of themselves. You know how to voice that opinion, like, hey, this is what I need, so give it to me. Like, if you want something from somebody, you're not the one to shy away. You're like, hey, this is what I want, and I want it from you. So you're kind of like that baby energy is also like you do know you do throw tantrums, is what I'm saying. Like, I heard the song "Say My Name" by Destiny's Child. Say my name, say my name. No one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You were running game. I feel like maybe in the bedroom, like I'm getting that you're like the dom. You're like the dominant personality because like you're quite submissive, or just come across very submissive. So you give a very different taste when you're sexually like charged up. With Two of Wands in reverse. You also you're like a moment to moment kind of a person. I just saw triple three, so you're a very momentary kind of a person. Like, I'm gonna do this right now is what I feel. Not much of a planner. Maybe you just plan like a day or a week, or you don't even know what you're having for dinner. You know, you're that kind of a person. So your friends see you as like a little bit of laid back. And maybe it's just about your friends because I said friends. And Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Again, maybe you overspend out of money, out of oh my god, what am I saying? you are quite a chaotic personality as well. Like, don't take me wrong. It's not like I'm pointing out, things like, oh, that are bad. People accept you. These people accept you for who you are. And if you're chaotic, please be beautifully chaotic. um Again, there's something like you're chaotic but you have pretty privilege, so people really don't care. Like, they take your tantrums. That analogy that goes with like the hotter the girl, the crazier she can be. Like, that's something that's very profoundly used within men, or men's analogy. I don't know if you're a man, maybe let us know if that's true or not, although I know it is true. Like, I've heard it myself. So you could be like the best friend also, like King of Cups in reverse. You know how to be like let loose, and you don't take jokes too seriously a lot of times. Like, you know how to take a hit or two on yourself as well. We have the star energy, Aquarius again, very intellectual, but they know that, when it's serious for you. So like, if you're asking for attention, if you need them to be there for you, and if you're like, hey, I need you to bloody show up for me, they know it's business. Like, there's no goofing around with you on that chapter. So I think that, like every other human, you are complex, and like everybody else, I'm not gonna specifically say that, oh, somebody has to understand you to understand your moods, but I do see that you like your mood, you have mood swings, okay, and like there's nothing shameful to say that we have mood swings. Even I have mood swings. Like, obviously, like I have different ways about me throughout the day. So like your mood swings, like people figure it out. um it's almost like they just know like when you need to talk or when you don't need to talk. And it's not selfish. I just don't feel like it's selfish in a way. It's just very like, maybe your friends are also like that. That's why you get along with these people, because like there's something like your vibe attracts your tribe kind of a thing. We have serendipity. So you have this thing where you probably like talk back. You really talk back. Like, you know how to put a person in their place. Like, even though you're just this baby who wants to be like, chauffeured around is what I'm picking up, you still know how to talk back. And with poised in reverse, like, you're gonna cuss a bitch out. You're gonna cuss somebody out if they try to overstep your boundaries, is what I'm picking up. You're gonna do that. We have mugwort, psychic healing, number 10. It's almost like you're like a, just look at me, like just don't touch me, like a touch me not kind of a personality. I don't know, like, how do we explain this, but like just look at me but don't touch. Like, you can just look at me but don't touch. Like, you can talk to me but don't mess. Like, don't overstep. Like, it's a lot of like, you have certain pet peeves. I see you as being like a uh you got standards. I was about to say high maintenance. See how that applies, right? I'm just trying to express a feeling from a third person perspective. I don't really know you personally, right? So I think that maybe from the outside looking in, you just seem like a very high maintenance person because of the way like people treat you around. And it's almost like people really like that. I think that you mentally believe that you should be catered to, and I think that's why these people like to do that. People in your lives. We have 5 of Cups in reverse. So you're not going to stay stuck in some sort of, again, you have mood swings. You're not going to stay in the same energy for way too long, is what I'm picking up. Like, you're just going to be like, okay, this happened. Okay. Okay. We have 48 Kawa community. This is in the reverse. So 48 reduces to 12. 12, 3 again. We have 3. It's like you're a very social person. Like, even if you have a small knit, you know, in a circle, or it's just like very small, like there are 2, 3 people, you still like to really talk to them. Like, you still, you're very chatty, and you really like gossip, is what I'm seeing, or you just like really like to talk. Like, you can talk and talk for hours and hours, is what I'm seeing. Like, if there's somebody that you're interested in and you feel safe around them, of course, like, you're gonna blabber about any and everything that is on your mind. I also see like you are a very foodie kind of a person. Like, I see you like, I don't know, you get like high and then you do munchies or something. Like, I see you chilling with your friends. We have mending in reverse. So I don't see this as like you don't give second chances or something, but like if something has gone way too in the past or you don't see any value in it, like you believe in the universe to bring you something better. You have this glass half full mindset most of the time, is what I'm hearing. I see you going through a transitional phase. Like sometimes you go back and forth between who you used to be and who you are becoming. I think you struggle with your inner child. This probably is a dialogue between just you and I about the transformation. I think that what people see is a product of like some shape or form of internal struggle or like anxiety, or like maybe where you express your, I don't know if you've been telling your mom or your dad or your friends or your person that, hey, I'm having digestive issues. I'm seeing that is because of like your solar plexus being compromised. I don't know if you recently lost someone. For somebody, I'm picking up that you lost a dog or a pet, a goldfish as well. Like I'm just saying, like maybe it really bothered you more than you're able to understand. Like that person or whoever that person was, they were a part of your support system. So like having to lose them, I'm also getting for somebody that is like maybe you stopped taking therapy, or like there was a spiritual mentor, like something has come to an end in your life, or something had happened previously which has like brutally, it has affected you, and your friends can see that. We have melting mask. So who you are becoming right now is very important to people around you, because they're finally able to see you get out of the cocoon. Like the way that you used to talk to them, 10 of pentacles, again, you'd look very rich, but now it's all about like the money that you're creating for yourself. Probably I just saw 1111. So you used to with the Queen of Wands in reverse. I think that you used to feel like you're inadequate, you're not good enough for whatever you want to go out there and do. I'm getting like something like maybe someone start a podcast or like sell their paintings out there, make their own music or learn. It's like you had that in you, but you would never like believe in yourself. And like this thing, like where you're coming out of your cocoon, is so important for people around you, like who know about these struggles. Personally, I think that these people are like very proud of you, because like they've been wanting for you to do that for yourself. It's almost like you've taken a rest phase, and I just feel like they're finally seeing you coming out of your comfort zone. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is the Tower. Something could have happened where, you were very guarded and you were not willing to share your wisdom. I'm seeing the Nine of Wands, Tower, Scorpio, and then we have the Three of Swords in reverse, where you were not sharing what you have. You were not showing the world like, hey, this is what I really have. You know what I mean? So these people around you are really, really happy about the fact that, you're doing that for yourself. I'm gonna put out a few more cards. What else? What impressions? How did they remember? Or born female, laid back. Again, I told you, I use the word laid back, right? You're like a very moment to moment kind of a person with money. Money is very important away. I don't know if you really like money, or who doesn't. But then again, you look really wealthy, or like you're very focused, money focused is also what I'm picking up. We have young females. So sometimes, you tend to like get a little bit wrapped up with your own worries, and like 3D worries is what I'm hearing. Past love, I think that you lost someone. There is something very strong about money, like maybe you overspend, or you're like a shopaholic, or like you're trying to work up towards a goal, like you need money for some sort of milestone in your life, something that your friends are noticing you worry about, and they actually believe in you. Home. So you feel like there you just have a very close knit, like you're a genuine person and you have genuine people around you. Okay, so pile number one, I'm going to leave your reading here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the beautiful Labradorite heart, this is going to be a reading. So the first card that we have is Earth, or it could be the Earth sign. I could have strong, like, sturdy stability vibes. Like, you're the kind of way you present yourself out there, or the impression that people already have of you is, I just heard preservatives. Like, we have persistence, patience, practicality. So your name could start with P or something like a number. I'm hearing 43, 7, Scorpio. 11th house Pisces, Leo 5th house, Venus in Scorpio as well. It's heavy Scorpio energy, but then again there's Earth. So you feel so deep, you do things, you could move mountains for people that you love, is what people already know about you, is what I'm hearing. We have the card Elder Wisdom. I just told you, you give off a very sturdy vibe, like you are reliable, period. We have Jupiter and Pluto over here, which is also like, people know that when they're coming to you for some sort of, like advice, they know that it's coming from experience. You don't just say anything to just say anything. There's a lot of people who just want to say, like, yap their mouths, like they just have to say something. I feel like you're the opposite. You're like, if I have something to say, like, you best believe it's like, it's not overly calculated, but you're really thinking, is it necessarily for me to speak here? So you're that kind of a person where, I'm not talking about those moments, because I feel like you have moments where, your trauma gets the best of you, because I see like you have been through a lot. That's why I was showing you this card, so that you recognize, like, hey, this is the path. Like, is something clicking over here? Are you seeing the angelic protection? Like, a lot of your wisdom comes from the unfair childhood, is what I'm hearing. The unfair childhood that you had, whatever that means to you. I'm picking up on now Libra energy. So this is like, you were probably like, you grew up poor, or you just didn't have those resources, is what I'm picking up. And I feel like there were a lot of people in your past who just left you for that reason, like the devil. These people were not good for you, and I feel like the way they think about you now is very different. It's like they thought that you were going to be in that puddle of negativity, is what I'm hearing. Puddle of negativity is the word. I don't know if that is the idiom or something, but I think it's not. But it's like, I'm hearing that, a puddle, like a puddle. Like, it was nothing that huge of a deal that they judged you about for, but it is there. So we have rule protection. So this is sun energy with Pluto. This is the very drastic changes. Like, you're so bold. Your energy is, it's like it introduces self. Like, I'm pretty sure when you watch readings, like, there are a lot of commonalities in, the way that you pick piles, because of your archetype, your soul archetype, your personality trait. So I feel like whenever you watch readings, like, have you noticed like how readers talk about your Leo energy over here? It's like you have a boldness to yourself where you're intimidating as well. And I feel like people around you, like your family members or something, I see that maybe because of your trauma, you don't know how to build very close-knit relationships, but deep down you know how to be that person. Like, your love language might be acts of services, because you come from a household background where love was not freely given. It was like an earned thing, right? So I think that that has shaped you in being this person today who is just like, if I care for you, I'm gonna go buy it. Like, I'm seeing somebody at like airport duty free buying chocolates and like alcohol and whatever like they can. I'm seeing somebody like, getting some nail paints and all that stuff. Like, you like to pamper people that are around you, and like you like to do that for yourself as well. But I see that you've learned to appreciate the good things in life, because you did not know. I'm hearing started from the bottom, so you could come from, like a poor background or scarcity mindset at the very least. And I think that even if you had money, like, you just didn't know how to treat it, or use it efficiently, or employ those resources at its best. A lot of it was based on the chaos and conflict in how your childhood. So a lot of people that they see you today have seen this change within you, where you're very grounded, you're very humble. You're not a somebody like who is a trust fund baby, or like somebody who is like landed into this, again, a puddle, or the bag. Like, you just had to earn it. You really had to earn it. So there's sweat, tears, blood involved in that. Like, I don't mean blood, but yeah. It's just a mark of your dedication to yourself, to improve yourself, and it's all about the tenacity in your spirit, is where I pick up. Like, a lot of people around you, like, who know you, and I think that the people who only know you, this is coming from them. Like, this can be only opinions from people that actually know you. I don't think that outside people actually have a clue about how hard you had to work. We have 5 of Wands, Devil over here, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, chaos and conflict. So, just in case I need to tell you which cards we have over here. So we have Ice King, Boss, entrepreneur and detached. I told you it's a very bossy energy. It's not bossy in a bad manner, okay, but it's more in a sense where it's like, you know what, I got it, I got it. Like if somebody is like, you give your word and you know you'll make it happen. Like you have a heart, you have a big heart. And I just heard Heart of Stone, and I saw that movie recently. It's just like it's reminding me of the scene, or like, you know, the storyline being when Gal Gadot was basically like, you know, protecting her friends and they got killed, and she was so furious about it. Like she would go out of her, you know, she would go out of her way to help these people out, and she would just, it's like they're showing me the speedy sense that she had. Like it's like what people really think about you is the people that you care about and who are in your circle. They be maybe just one, two, three, or people that you actually fall in love with. They never really forget the way you love. Like your love is very profound, it's very deep. And I hope you realize that it's not just because like somebody's telling, see, we have true love. You love from the deepest part of your heart. And I feel like once you like, it's not that you're inhuman and you're just like one strike you're out. Like you keep on giving until, you know, like you're depleted of that resource inside you. Like you're depleted of it, and then you just like, you become detached. And a lot of people can't deal with that because they get so used to your forgiveness because you have such a big heart. And I know that that can sound like such a gift and a curse to have a big heart, because you forgive like, I'm hearing you forgive like God. That is such a big thing to say, right? You forgive like God, like you love so deeply, and you're pure. And because of that, I think people tend to take that for granted, and you're close. Like I'm seeing like people who you have cut off now, you're done with, message in a bottle and no place like home. I'm seeing like something coming from lovers, but this is also your old friends, like new life. They're not allowed in your new life. You nothing people out. Like once you're done, because I feel like you're that kind of a person who would send paragraphs. When they care, like they fight for it, they care and they show it. And you're not that person who's going to play hardball, you know. So I think that you are that person who's going to let the other person know, like, hey, you know, I care, I care, I care, I care, I care. So a lot of people from your past remember you as someone who was knocking at their door. Like I don't want you to feel embarrassed, like, oh, people think about you like that. I want you to remember this, because people remember the goodness within you. People remember like how much you were trying to make it work while they were just sitting there mocking and bitching about you, because they were mocking about, like, I don't know, I'm seeing somebody like gossiping about you behind your back and mocking your efforts when you're hurting. A lot of people have taken your heart for granted. A lot of people have taken your heart for granted. And I don't think that there should be, I would never blame you for that. I would always blame those people who don't know how to appreciate love and effort and a good person. They don't know how to appreciate a good person. So once they leave you, that's when they realize, like, that's when they meet their level out there. You know what I mean? That's when they meet people that are just like them, and then they realize, oh snap, like, you know, this is what it actually feels like to get, you know, to get punched in the throat, basically. Like that's how they feel. Like they wake up to the reality and they realize that there's not many people. Like you barely find good people, and then you find a person who's got a big heart, where you really got to thank your cards in today's world, right? With flexible and reverse, I see like these people see you as being quite stubborn. Once you make up your mind, you're quite stubborn, you're quite guarded, and they can feel it even if you let them back in your life and you're trying to give them a second chance. There's some sort of difference. Like you never get the same person even with the same person twice. They reminded me of trust issues, like something like that, where it's like trust issues. We have Tulsi wealth. So this is Mercury and Jupiter. This is about like ignorance is bliss. I'm hearing for somebody that you have a really nice music playlist, like your friends like your music that you share or what you play. Like they would like really like to hand you the aux. There's one or two people over here where your friends actually snatch the aux from you because you always listen to like romantic heartbroken shit is what I'm hearing. I mean, I do that. Even I would do that. Like I don't want to listen to heartbroken shit, okay? um but with this Tulsi, it's almost like you ignore the negativity really well. Like if somebody is dancing around you, you know what's the best part about you? Like once you literally stop giving fucks, you literally stop giving fucks. Like you nothing in this world that they can give you or do in front of you or dance in front of you. Like, I'm literally seeing somebody dancing in front of me, or like, beat fucking utensils in front of you, cry, nag, crocodile tears, like, threaten to kill myself, like, whatever happens, come what may. Like, if you lost that care that you have for them, you're done. You're done. Like, check your expiry date, I'm gonna trash you out. Like, you're done. And I see these people, like, they did not realize that your boundaries, because you give chances, right? You see the good in people, and sometimes I see that, how that can stab you in the back. So I think that internally we have twin flame karmic, so you attract a lot of karmic people, or we're talking about karmic people around, but also close people that are around you see that it's very easy to get along with you. You're actually somebody who requires people, or you can only have people around you that want to grow in life, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, cohesively. And if you don't have those types of people, it is very, very given that they're prone to fall out of your life. And I think that these people who are stubborn, who don't like themselves enough to work on themselves, and because they can't appreciate themselves, they lose you. And oh boy, do they, when they lose you, like, how it hurts them. Because I think that time they try to justify themselves because they know you're a good person. I could vouch for this. And I think that later on, when the truth simmers down, because their ego calms down, they just realize that you were honestly being very, very, very genuine with them. We have the Queen of Wands, the Empress, a beautiful person inside and outside is what I'm seeing over here. So we have inner integration. There's peace, equilibrium, fulfillment, integrating in a wild with the taming and tempering effect life has on us. So this is number 4 yet again. This card literally talks about embracing all versions of yourself. So where I see this combining is that you as a person, you are a very reflective person. Like, anybody who's around you sees their shadow attributes reflected back. So you're like a mirror. I'm getting Archangel. So your divinity makes people intimidated. That's where I would like to sum it up. Alright, so pile number 2, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Polychrome palm stone, this is going to be a reading. So we have Pluto. So you're very intense personality. You're like this. I'm getting the phoenix, and I'm doing the wave sign because you go up and down in life. Pluto is very strong energy. Even though Pluto is a very small planet, I think it's the size of I don't remember. I saw a video with general knowledge. It said like Asia or Africa. No, they said Asia or Australia. Maybe it was Asia. Did I say Asia? Asia. Yeah, that's the right pronunciation. So you're very like I'm getting very Taurus energies from you. So you're very particular, very detail oriented is how people remember you. Very aesthetically pleasing. Like if you have like a workstation is what I'm picking up. It's very organized. It's very clean. You clean it up. You keep your room clean. You're very for you, I think aesthetics is a policy. It's like it has to be pretty, even when I think that it's not very materialistic or physical about you, or no, superficial. Yes, my bad. Superficial about you. I think that you are somebody that likes to have things that are good looking. Like, even a person, like you might be yourself very beautiful, and I think that you embrace the beauty in life. You're a very physical, visually appealed person. Like, you like things that look good, and I'm picking up specifically something about your perfume. Like, you always smell really good. So for the woman, I see like a liner, or even for the men, if you use a liner, you could be quite like millennial modest, is what I'm hearing. Like, you're quite a trendy person. You like to keep up to date with the trends, and there's something about your speech. I don't know if you're not able to, like, I think your friends or your family members remember you, or recognize you as someone who doesn't speak from their heart. Like maybe you have a throat chakra blockage is what I'm picking up. um I'm hearing like you should Google up videos or YouTube videos for throat chakra Reiki healing is what I'm picking up. Never channel that. I might use it for myself. We have the Lovers in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse. So this is Gemini energy again. There's a duality to you, but there's just like one side they say to you, and I think that the other side that's full of emotions is what comes out through anger. You don't know how to manage your emotions. There's probably a lot of emotional dysregulation. That's how they remember you, but it's nothing to make you feel bad. It's just like it's a part of your personality. It is as real as it gets. And we have Five of Cups in reverse. So this is the energy of you trying very hard to let go of certain things in your childhood that have happened you don't like. And I think that you are a very meditative soul is what I'm hearing. I don't know, this is a separate message that I'm getting from your spirit guides, that you have a strong connection with them, the divine, and you're blessed with it. So to take advantage of that, make use of that ability. Otherwise people could see you as someone that's quite enlightened, or rather I say like woke, quote unquote. We have air energy, I told you. A very good connection with the divine, or something like it makes you look very spiritual is what I'm picking up. People that a lot of times interact with you, they get scared. You might be the witchy pile over here. Like I think at first like they get you wrong, they don't understand you completely. Past life, you give a very witchy vibe, like I'm not from here type of vibe, star seedy vibe. um there's something about you is what I'm hearing, je ne sais quoi, like people can't put a finger on it. You feel like a soulmate to a lot of people just because they can just talk to you, and you're like a proper empath is what I'm picking up, and they just feel like they can they can just they just tend to open up. Like how drunken people just open up and they start purging out everything that they've been holding inside, because like being vulnerable is so difficult. That might be you. I think that you have two sides to you, but there's also this side to you, I'm seeing 444, where people open up to you, where they're so protected. That's how they remember, like even your close friends, like you're the first person that they want to talk about if they want compassion. They don't want to be they don't want advice. They don't want to be told what's right or wrong. They don't want to be told like different opinions. They just want to be heard. And people, when they want to be heard, they call you because they feel like you're so compassionate. Like it's such a beautiful thing, but it's almost like their inner child feels safe with you. They're never done talking to you with the unfinished symphony. I'm hearing like they're never done talking to you. Wow, we have Dandelion, Wounded Healer. This is such a beautiful card. I've never used it. Like it never came out, but I'm using it now. So 53, number 8, very karmic soul over here. You have been through quite a lot, and you're here to heal people. I think you already have an inkling. You do something where you heal people. Like this could be the tarot card readers, or this could be Reiki healers, or just something like you also, I'm seeing, most likely have had a twin flame, or in a past life there's something where you have overcome a lot, or you're still doing that. You could be an air sign, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I said Aries. That could be in your 4th house, where I'm picking up Aries for somebody. But you're amazing. Pile number 3, your energy is like, what I'm seeing, like lavender. Like there's something like lavender in the air, and there's like small dandelions like just in the wind around me, and I'm just lying down and there's somebody playing guitar next to me. You're very dreamy. It's a vibe. You're a vibe. That's how people remember you. You're very like the way you keep yourself, it's because you've gotten in touch with your soul. So the way you keep yourself, the way you keep your surroundings, the way you dress up, the way you show up, the way you talk, everything that you do is like a song. I'm not trying to flatter you, but it's just the energy that I'm trying to deliver over here. It's very smooth, it's very free flowing, it's very you. You're just very you. You're just very unique. Nobody can replace you. There's just something very strongly about about aesthetics. You give me very strong Taurus vibes because they're very focused on, you know, how things look. um and I think that slowly, gradually, the more you're healing, because you have wounded healer, wounded. So you're healing. So the more that you're healing, I see this is Chiron and Jupiter. This is like growing through. You've had a tough life, and it shows. It shows. And your mission, I'm hearing from, see, like spirit is already taking over your reading. So your mission is actually to help people and elevate collective consciousness. So you're already doing something, and a part of what you struggle with, or you always have, or I'm hearing that you're going to keep struggling and tackling, is your issue with vulnerability, because you don't like to show people how much you've been through. And I think that people that are close to you see that, and they honestly find that as the most beautiful thing, because when you are vulnerable with someone, when you tell them what you've been through, when you actually open up, when you want to be validated, when you want to be heard, and it's almost like it comes really less to you, like it's not very often now, but when you do actually need someone to talk to, they just listen to so many. It's like you're very counterproductive. It's like when you're venting out, you're also replying back to yourself. So what you need is somebody to just listen, somebody to just listen and observe and take notes of what you're saying. You just want to calm them in, but what you're actually doing is you're counseling yourself. So your friends or your family, the members, they actually see like you're a great counselor. You could be a great therapist as well. Like in any shape or form, a doctor or a nurse, in any shape or form, you help the human resource elevate, heal, do anything, whether it's mentally, spiritually, physically, right? You just help heal. And with this energy, it's like you're helping inner child, where things where, you know, you were rejected, like you just don't reject anybody. And whenever you find you're such an elevated soul, whenever you find yourself being critical towards someone, it's like you hold the mirror up for yourself. It's that movie How We Met or something, Reese Witherspoon. She said, if you know, you hold the mirror and you correct, if you have made a mistake, then you get to correct the situation, something, I don't know. She basically said that, you know, if there's a situation, it takes two to tango, and if you have made a mistake, then you can correct the situation. So it's not about blame game. It's more like you're reflecting something back to me, and I'm going to see that, and I'm going to elevate myself. You use every opportunity in life. I think you are an opportunist. We have Neptune, dream and transcend. You're manifesting things for yourself is what I'm picking up, and people see that. There's a lot less about like how they see you, but a lot more about like what's the tea on your life. And Ace of Cups, you're just a very pretty soul. We have the Sun, Nine of Wands, and you've been through so much. Like you deserve all the happiness, love, and hugs, and cuddles, and puppies, and chocolates, and oranges, and mojitos. And it's just like you make people want to love. You make people want to take a chance on love. Like you're such a lovable person. You're a very lovable soul. That's just, I feel like you might have a baby face. You might have like a very Aquarius or Libra type of a face. Strength in reverse, Leo. Aquarius like gives me like very square jawline, or like a Libra is a very round oval face, but like doe eyes with Libra, or like with Aquarius, I'm getting maybe for men, like you have a sleeker face, but it's like, it's the eyes. It's the eyes. Like you might have a very, you know, resting bee face, but then again, it like gives away like, yeah, I am just golden retriever vibes. Like that's probably what you give, but like a wiser golden retriever. So we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, Strength in reverse. So I'm just thinking for some of you, like you're still overcoming your own issues when it comes to love. You might be someone who has hyper independent traits within you, where you just don't allow anybody and everybody to help you. And I think that these people think and see that you as much as you give love, I think your toxic trait is you don't know how to get love. or you don't know how to take love. And it comes with the social background that you come from, the upbringing that you have had. It's such a paradox that you give so much love, it's such a lovable person, but you don't know how to receive love. Seven of Wands, because you have blockages when it comes to love. And that's what people around you see. Even if not on a conscious level, they can't tell you this, but they know these things, because they want to, but they sense like something about you which stops, like you have barriers towards love. Okay. We have transitions, number 37. This is such a shamanic card again, with the ancestral image, with the universal. I don't know, it just speaks shamanism to me. You have all the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. So right now I think you're bridging that gap between your inner child, your teenage child, and something about your future. It's like right now you're at a very pivotal point where people are seeing you change a lot, like people around you in your life are seeing you change a lot. And control, I think that, you know, you exude a sexual appeal as well, but I think you almost like live in a dreamy land, something that a lot of people that are very tapped into the matrix can't really have a hang of. Like they can't get a hang of it. It's difficult for them. Wild, I told you, you're very creative, you're very free spirit, like something about you is very dreamy, which people can't. I told you, soulmate. I told you, like when they talk to you, they just feel like this is my soulmate. This has got to be my person. Like I'm so open with them. But there is a paradox. I don't think that a lot of people can pick up on that, because like you're very good. You're clever when you want to be. I know this. And the thing is that your paradox in this situation is you're so lovely. You know how to love, but you just don't know how to accept love most of the time. Seven of Cups in reverse, because you don't know, and this blocks my manifestation as well, because you don't know how to just find yourself worthy. So I hope you find the courage, because like people around you are rooting for you, where they want to help you. Three of Pentacles in reverse, but you know, you just feel disabled, like there's something where you have turned it off. Three of Cups, you feel good with like some sort of surface level, but you still don't feel worthy of genuine true love. And that's probably part of that vulnerability factor that you are going to tackle throughout your life to experience that love, right? So pile number 3, I'm going to leave your reading here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information of personal readings is given down below, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye bye.